This is Bromance Radio, brought to you by FPRN Radio.com. Here are your hosts, Adam and Dom.
The deity we gave them designated to enslave them. Got a grip upon the juggler. There's nothing they can save them. They minds will be in front of Lynn Abrams in a scepter with Mr. Motherfucking Magic Bullet, all inspector. And I defy you to disrespect the veracity. I got the tenacity to connect her. You could call me Mario.
Well, welcome everybody to the Bromance Radio show here on FPRN Radio.com. Thanks for tuning in and listening to this awesome episode here. I think it's going to be a great episode tonight. What do you think, Dom?
No. Nah, I do agree with Adam. It's going to be a pretty good show tonight. We got a pretty interesting topic that I didn't really know much about until the past couple of days. I kind of learned a lot of new things about it, so I think it should be a pretty good topic. It should be good stuff.
I think so. Well, just to inform everybody, so everybody's got an idea here, we'll just kind of shoot it out here. We're going to be talking about cloud seeding tonight, and we have lined up an awesome special guest tonight. Our good friend Dutchsinse has come on, and he's going to help with the explanation of cloud seeding and getting further into that to help educate everybody on this subject. So, well, I guess I'll start off. Dom, how are you doing tonight? I guess I didn't go there yet.
Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. I just dealing with the snow here in the south, man. It's crazy.
No, how much snow you guys got?
Like half an inch.
Ooh, wow! Watch out.
No, it's more ice, man. It's a lot of ice and stuff. So people are driving crazy and stuff. They think they're NASCAR people and just not safe on the road. So.
No, yeah. Yeah, I've seen that before. You got a lot of that in areas that don't experience that very much. People don't think that you don't have to drive any different on it and just try to act like they normally do and slide off the road.
It's like the cities just aren't prepared for stuff like it, so we don't have like salt trucks and snowplow trucks and stuff like that, like, you know, the people up north do. So
yeah, it
just doesn't actually, the roads never really stay safe because you have a lot of black ice and stuff that you can't really see, and so does make the conditions pretty intense.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I guess back to our main subject here. So cloud seeding. What are your thoughts on this, Tom? Like as far as a whole, without going into detail.
I mean, I'm still not really too educated on the matter. You know, I do know, I guess, the basic concept behind it, but I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I mean, from what I do know, it seems kind of like the initial thought process behind it, I think, was a good idea. I mean, it was something that seems like it could have been something that helped us and actually could have been used for the right thing. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it has. I think it's gone in a completely different direction, and I don't think it's helping anything at all. I mean, I don't think it's something that they should still be doing, or something that they should still be doing until, you know, they get it figured out more, until they do some more research behind it, so it's not as toxic as what it seems to be.
Mm-hmm. I have to agree with you on that part. The fact of the idea, it's an awesome idea. Okay, well, if you could manipulate the weather and have, I mean, the part I don't like about it is the control you can have with that. But to be able to alter the weather in a sense, or make it rain a little more, or not rain, have a nice sunny day. I mean, it's awesome. It's an awesome theory. I mean, it's like, wow, what you can do with this is cool. But again, with you, is what they've done with it, I think, is gone the opposite direction. I know we got a clip lined up that I threw in for the producer to play for us that kind of give us a little a mild rundown of cloud seeding. Kind of in a basic form. And this is from a mainstream news outlet that surprisingly covers it to an extent, but doesn't go full into detail on the stuff. So, producer, if you could cue up clip number 1, and we could play that real quick, just kind of give everybody a quick rundown on what we're discussing here. No, wrong clip, man. Be clip number one, producer. Other than that, see.
This year marks the worst drought America's seen in decades, and it's showing no signs of letting up. Over half the country has been affected, with the brunt bearing down on the mid and southwest, especially Nebraska, Kansas, the Dakotas, and parts of the South. Just look at that. Well, in one hard-hit area of Texas, some people have grown tired of waiting for Mother Nature to bring relief and have decided to try and take matters into their own hands. Here's ABC's Juju Chang.
Craig Funky is flying me to the edge of a violent thunderstorm.
You see how nice and crisp the top of that cloud is up there?
Yeah. But the former commercial pilot isn't some adrenaline junkie courting danger. He's a cloud seeder, chasing this menacing storm to squeeze out extra rain for the drought-stricken farmland below.
As a pilot going through school, you're taught to avoid thunderstorms.
This is Craig's job, firing chemicals into the clouds in a controversial attempt to modify the weather. He's literally a rainmaker.
That dark, thick cloud over there has lots of moisture in it.
That's part of the cloud that was seeded. It actually looks heavy with rain.
Cloud seeding has been used around the world for decades, but it's now getting a closer look as farmers desperate for solutions endure their fourth month of record-shattering drought with no end in sight. It's actually the largest drought in half a century, responsible for rising food prices and record wildfires. It's even suspected to be a cause for the recent surge in cases of West Nile virus. So we came to South Texas to find out if cloud seeding can really maximize our most precious resource, or if it's just a romantic notion that doesn't hold water.
We can't manufacture a cloud. That is just absolute basic. We cannot make it rain if it was not going to rain to begin with.
Tommy Shearer is president of the Texas Weather Modification Association. He's quick to explain that he can only enhance the weather, not create it.
If you look at the cloud as a factory, we're inducing a lot of raw material into the factory so that the factory becomes more efficient.
And more productive.
Consequently more productive.
His team of pilots and meteorologists are constantly scanning the skies for the right clouds to seed.
Everybody's going to get some good rain.
After 10 bone-dry days, a promising cluster of thunderstorms is finally headed their way. Butch is today's standby pilot. He takes the first run. Up in the air, we get a bird's-eye view of Butch's delicate dance.
He's just working the very edge of it.
And then, Butch finds the cloud sweet spot.
Okay, he's fixing to light a flare. Okay.
Oh, I see the flare.
Yeah.
It looks like he's painting the sky.
The flares are shooting millions of silver iodide and calcium chloride particles into the cloud, where they collide with drops of water and ice and produce even more moisture. Then, usually within 20 minutes...
So what is this white smoky stuff over here?
That's rain.
Oh, that's rain.
Yeah, that's rain. All this is rain out here during 7 November's turn of left phase. When you go out and you seed for a few hours or all day long and really know you did some good, it's a good feeling.
The radar data collected today adds to a growing body of evidence that cloud seeding works. It can double the amount of moisture in a given cloud, and the Texas programs boast a 12% increase in annual rainfall, thanks to seeding. And long-term studies show those chemicals are environmentally safe and can't even be detected in the rainfall. But despite all the data, some of cloud seeding's biggest critics are surprisingly the very farmers who stand to benefit most.
This isn't the first drought we've been through, and it won't be the last.
Bill Slumchinski's family has been farming this land for 5 generations. He and his son Brett tell us it's expensive to irrigate 300 acres of crops. All that watering cuts deeply into profits, but they are skeptical that anything short of divine intervention can actually make more rain.
What do you make of the cloud seeding program?
Well, when you've been in a drought since '96 and we've had one wet year, is it working?
We can't stop droughts. We can't break droughts. We just try and put a little more water on the ground.
And every drop of water, Craig explains, helps feed the underground aquifer used to irrigate crops. So though he can't promise Bill and Brett more rainy days, he's convinced cloud seeding is helping them in the long run. The local water districts that manage the aquifers believes it's working too. They pay 4 cents an acre to keep Craig and his team up and running.
Because we want people to understand we're not making promises we can't keep, and we're not making claims that we do not do.
Tommy Shearer brushes off critics who say he's playing God. His ideas may be bold, but he says he never loses sight of who's really in charge.
You're not going to beat Mother Nature. Let's just understand that right off. We work with Mother Nature. We try to help Mother Nature. Pick your battles. I wouldn't even fight my own mother.
For Nightline, I'm Juju Chang.
There's a lot of rain going on out there.
Over Pleasanton, Texas.
All right, sorry, my mic was muted there. So that's a mainstream clip of cloud seeding. What did you think about that, Dom?
See, in the clip itself, I mean, it kind of makes it sound like the overall concept behind cloud seeding is a really, really good one. I mean, you know, if you could make it rain in the places that really need it, you know, your farmlands and stuff like that, you would never have the droughts. You would never have the short crop seasons. The prices on crops wouldn't be as high. You know, you'd always have a good control on essentially the economy. I mean, all of our good cash crops would never really be out of demand because they'd always be there. We would always have what we needed.
No, hold on. So, I got to point this out real quick. You said that you would what? You would have control over the what?
You would almost have control over the economy in a sense.
Really? Sorry, I just had to alliterate that fact there. Basically, you're playing God, in a sense. And then you have to think about, okay, so if you're making it rain more here for this crop, what is that doing there that's now not getting any rain because you just made it all dump out here instead of floating over there and dumping it?
Then don't farm over there.
Don't farm over there. I mean, this is the issue I see with it, even at a good level, and thinking about it as a positive of doing something good. How are you affecting down the road further? You know, that's just the way I'm looking at it. I think a better way to explain this would be to have Dutch come on and Dutch help us out here, bud. What do you got?
Hey guys, hey, thank you for having me on. I appreciate you having me on the show. It's been, hearing that clip that you just played. It's really interesting to hear the mainstream media's take on the whole concept. They really make it sound good.
They do, and that's why I really wanted to play that clip, because I think that once you hear it in that sense too, I think it just helps out understanding the whole thing.
Yeah, and this topic, and for those of you guys who don't know, for the last several years on YouTube, I've covered the topic of weather modification in general, and that ranges everywhere from conspiracy chemtrails through cloud seeding and even into next generation technologies that they are developing now to perform weather modification activities going forward into the future. And the technology we're talking about here is late 1940s, early 1950s technology. So we're talking about spraying of particles into the air, and the particles act just like Mother Nature would normally kick up dust off the ground. The dust would travel up into the atmosphere and collect moisture and form into a raindrop. They are doing the same thing, only instead of blowing it up off the ground, they are flying through the cloud and depositing small amounts of particulate matter into the air, and then that forms into raindrops. And the substance they use is mainly silver iodide. And they mentioned in that broadcast, the mainstream media broadcast, that it's not toxic. However, if you look up the material safety data sheet for silver iodide, you'll see all types of talk about not getting it into the water supply. If you get it on your skin, wash it off. Make sure to use soap and water. Can cause irritant, can cause cancer. And that's the known causes, the known symptoms of exposure to silver iodide.